Yo, 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 how y'all feeling? Y'all good? I know I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
I'm your host, Solomon.
This your girl, Toya.
And this is
the Be Different Podcast.
By myself again. I got a special guest here with me, but before I let him introduce himself, y'all know y'all can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, anywhere else where you listen to your podcast, all of the Be Different Podcast. Y'all make sure to follow us on our social media pages, Instagram at _ Be Different Podcast, X at _ Be Different Pod, TikTok, Be Different Pod, _ clips, and anybody that would like to be on an episode or sponsor episode, our business email is BeDifferentPod06@gmail.com. Man, now that I got that all out the way, gonna let our special guest introduce herself.
What's going on? Carl Tate, senior from Memphis, Tennessee, sports psychology major with a minor in political science. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, man, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. How about you, man? I
Good,
can't complain.
man. Remember, I got Carl, man, like say, a student here at Ole Miss said your major is sports psychology with a minor in
political science.
Okay. Sports psychology, like, what made you want to get into that field?
Growing up being an athlete, it was just kind of like one of those things where, like, after I got done playing sports in high school, it's just like, how can I stay involved, like, with sports? Like, how can I, like, stay involved, and then, seeing some of my friends that play college football, how their injuries, like, kind of, like, mess with their mental health, it kind of made me want to get involved in that. So I was just like, how can I help, because when they were going through what they were going through, I was there for them, So I'm just like, one of my friends was telling me, like, you might need to be a therapist, you're pretty good with that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a different thing going on that, you were like, okay, I want to really get into that field. But
right, yeah.
Going back, you said that you played sports, growing up. What was the sport that you played?
Man, I played football, basketball, soccer. I threw shot put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, soccer. I wasn't expecting you to say soccer, but okay, it's different. It's different though, man. But just give people, a little background story, like, about your sports career, that you play after high school, or you kept playing. Like, how did things go? Since it's your sports career.
It was fun, Football was my main sport in high school. Fun fact, I actually went to the same high school as Michael Orr. Briarcrest Christian High School in Memphis, Tennessee. So that was fun. I played linebacker, DN, offensive lineman. I did it all in regards to football. Basketball was something that kind of stopped once I got to high school for real. It was just like really time consuming. So it was like you either like focus on football or basketball. I chose football.
Yeah.
So and then shot put was one of those things where the coach just recruited me because he wanted more. He was trying to get more boys to do it, so I did. I had fun with it,
Yeah, something different, just some test out new experience.
Yeah, there you go. Then I also I forgot to mention this earlier, but I did wrestle for a little bit. Okay. I went through the workouts, but then COVID hit, so we never got to the end of the season. But I will say this though, like wrestling workouts, they're probably some of the best and toughest workouts you can do.
Yeah. I believe that the wrestling come with like a lot of different stuff. Then you like how to do a lot of different moves.
It's mental too.
Exactly, yeah. Facts.
Like, bro, I swear I've never ever thought about carrying somebody on my back that weigh the same as me around the track 5 times. And, in the moment I'm just like, ain't no way. But when you're doing wrestling drills, it does help with like tackling too. So after that, my senior season, you're right.
You're right.
So,
now, it play every sport. I feel like every sport, help you in every other sport. Like they all just work together with the training and the workouts and just things like that, man. But during your time in high school, like when y'all football team, y'all good, like any state championships, you know what I'm saying? High moments.
No state championships, but we were pretty good though, you know. Made it to the playoffs except for my senior season, you know, but you know, we had a good time, you know. We was ranked in the nation my junior year. We had some top recruits on the team.
Okay.
They went on to play college ball, NFL. So, you know, it was one of those things where, like, you know, we had a good time. Senior season was different, you know. COVID really played a factor. And then, you know, we went from, like, I say, like, a bigger, like, offensive line, defensive line to we had to use more and, like, rely more on our like, athletic ability. So we did tempo offense. You know, COVID, you know, we couldn't touch a football till, like, mid-July.
Yeah.
So all we doing is, we can work out, but we just doing straight cardio, just straight gashes, running hills, you know, running on the track. So, you know, I feel like it was a fun season. You know, it was different, but it was a fun season, though. And high school football, that's one of the funnest times. And if I could go back, I would definitely like relive it all again.
I definitely agree with you with this thing. High school football, like just the memories, bro, the moment, like win or loss, like you, like it's moment, bro. Experience it, like for real.
Friday Night Lights, you know, I could remember one game. It was my junior year.
Yeah.
We beat our rivals, Christian Brothers. Overtime, the receiver caught a game-winning touchdown. Oh, we going crazy on the sideline. The news there, you know, we all, you know, we stamped the flag in the middle of the field. That was the time our coach was turning up on the bus. Times like that, it just. I'm 23 now, and it's just like, it's just like, you know, that felt like yesterday still.
Yeah,
so, you know.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like you said, like just those moment. Like you said, you win a rivalry game, your coach celebrating, you celebrate with your teammates. Like just fun moment, bro. Knowing y'all done worked hard and prepared for the game. I know coach that been on y'all like it rivalry week. We gotta go out there and play hard. So you know, so just to get the victory. And experience there with you and your guys, man, it's turned for real. A lot of people don't know nothing about that though.
They don't.
They don't know how they experience, how they winning, like they feel. You know what I'm saying? Just to win a big game like that. But going back to your major here on campus, like what do you want to do with like sports psychology? Like I know you said you the people that told you, friends told you you'd be a good therapist, but like is doing therapy something that you thought about, or like what is the main goal for you?
See, at first, you know, when I first came to college, you know. I do still want to go to law school eventually at one point, but, you know, I just, you know, I feel like people like, I took this class last year called Black Psychology, and it kind of changed, like, my mindset on a lot of things, and it's just, like, not even just African Americans and stuff like that, but, like, people in general, just, like, people need counseling.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's so common, especially as college students, how, like, people go through so much and really don't have anyone to talk to. You know, it's easy like to call your parents and stuff, but like physically, someone physically like here with you, like it's a battle. Like you got classes, personal life, whatever. You know, it's like it get real in college for sure. Like I'm telling you, like it's been days where I skip class because you know I just needed a mental day just to like regroup, like reset your mind. You know, or sometimes on the weekend you just stay in and just. Like relax your mind, just dissing yourself. Not even like for like a negative reason, just like for your good.
Just for your health. You know what I'm saying? Your peace of mind. You know, like, cause sometimes you just need a break. You just need everything to calm down. Just some time to yourself. And like you said, it's hard. Cause like you said, you always can call mom and dad, but that's on the phone. It's different when you can talk to somebody, see their reaction, get a true, genuine response, you know what I'm saying, to what you talking about there.
Exactly.
For real, man. So, yeah, I like that, though. Like I said, because everybody needs somebody to talk to.
Exactly. Like, someone that you can count on that's just going to sit and listen,
Exactly. Because I can't lie, I'm one of the people, like, I don't like to talk about problems, you know what I'm saying, to people. Not saying that I don't have the people to talk to, but I'm just not good with opening up about how I feel and some stuff that, like, you know what I'm saying, what to say. So, like I said, people need to know that they have somebody that
Right.
they can trust with them and just trust to talk to, man. So,
You know, especially us being, men,
Yeah.
if we feel like we gotta like wear everything on our shoulders and stuff like
Yep.
that. And I even find myself a lot of times because I like you said, I don't really open up to too many people either because you just
nah, for sure.
So,
like you said, especially with us being men, and especially black men, like we was just brought up, not even just necessarily brought up, but just the stigma always being, just like you said, take
Exactly.
everything on the chin. Like,
Yeah.
you can't show emotions, you can't be crying about stuff. You gotta keep
You
going.
know. And it's true. Adversity does make you stronger, but at some time, everybody got their breaking point that they reach where they okay. I need to talk to somebody. So like some people, you're lucky if you can find like a teacher that you can actually build like a relationship. But sometimes people don't really feel comfortable like that. They just trying to get the lesson and go home. So I feel like. We do need more black male therapists in that field. You don't really hear a lot of people say they want to go be therapists.
Yeah, you right.
So, well, men, a lot of men,
men, but I definitely get what you're saying though, cause like you said, it gives somebody an outlet that they can trust and rely on to talk to and just listen to them. You know what I'm saying, about their problems and things like that.
Right. Athletes go through it the most.
Yeah.
It's just like in the transfer portal. What they're gonna do post college, the like recovery process through an injury. Say someone tears the ACL their senior year, and this is like in the middle of the season.
Yeah,
this season is their make or break year.
Season. Facts,
so
facts.
It's just like one of them things that can be, a mental battle that they're facing because they know that back at home.
Mm-hmm.
They got people depending on them.
Playing, you know what I'm saying? Getting their name out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, people need that.
No, you definitely right about that for sure, though. Because, like, when I had Zadora on the show, like, when the girl from the basketball team, she tore her ACL twice. And she was just talking about, like, her journey and stuff like that, about what she had to go through and things like that. So, people definitely need that, like you said, especially with athletes, because you never know what's going on with an injury. Or, like, if they not getting recruited like they think they should. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to her, though. That's, to bounce back from 2 ACL
real.
tears, that's major.
For real. Hey, man. But, getting going on to the next part of the show, man. I got my guy Carl on here because we had to link up and talk some good sports talk, man. Good sports talk. So, getting started with all that, man. Get into the outline. So, what's up? We're gonna first start off college football. You know what I'm saying?
we gotta talk college football because
Indiana was the national champion. Fernando Mendoza, Heisman winner. Arguably number 1 draft pick. Man, what's your thoughts on this past college football season?
Very interesting to say the least, but it was entertaining. It's kind of showing, like from the past, like 3 teams that have won the national championship that. It's not just in the SEC.
Yeah.
It's, it's where the money goes. And, Indiana shown that Indiana was mostly known for being one of the worst teams in college football history. Mm-hmm. In the past 2 seasons, they made the college football playoffs.
Yep, facts.
And I think he's had the biggest turnaround for any head coach that quick in college football history.
Yeah.
And he's a good coach, too, though, I like how he coaches. He's really straightforward. Yeah. He shows what he demands from his players. I also like that, when he came from James Madison, he brought his players with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he kind of held them down in a sense, and they earned that win. That was a hard fought one.
It was.
So
because I definitely had Miami.
I
did
was too.
With Miami. I thought they were going to control the game.
Yeah.
They run game up front.
And Indiana flipped the script.
Yeah.
They used their own tactics against them. They wore them down with the run game, defense on lockdown.
Yep.
Questionable last, throw by Carson Beck at the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely questionable. But it is Carson Beck too, though, so.
And, and I was saying, this will be the game where he don't show up.
Yeah.
It's Ole Miss.
But he couldn't play like
he couldn't miss a beat. So it's crazy though. But Malachi Tony. Mark Fletcher.
Yeah, them boys some dogs.
Yeah, they got some.
Boys some dogs for sure.
17 years old, supposed to still be in high school.
Yeah.
Playing like that. Yeah.
Hard for real now. But what's your thoughts, man? She's like you said, playing against. What's your thoughts about Ole Miss season, man? What was your thought, man?
Historical.
Yeah, very.
And it's a good thing that like we were there to witness it firsthand.
Yes.
We at the games. We seen them win. The whole situation with Lane. I mean, if someone offered you this, this money, come on now, and let's be realistic. Yeah, we hurt as fans because he did go to LSU, the rivals.
Exactly.
But at the same, human nature, we
a
going
lot.
where the money go.
That's a lot.
We going where the money go, and at the end of the day, you got to take care.
Yeah.
Take care of the fam.
Take care of home. Fact, like you said, just as fans, we hurt because, like I said, he went to the rival, like LSU. Like it would have been different if he would have just got out the SEC. But
I could, if he even went to Bama, I could have seen him going to Bama because he was already coaching there.
I see. This a theory that my mama stand on. She believed that if Alabama would have lost the Iron Bowl, Lane Kiffin would have tried to be the head coach at Bama.
Probably.
Because he think they would have fired Kellen DeBoer after losing the Iron Bowl, and he would have tried to get the Bama. That's why he held out until after the game. But I was like, I don't know though, but because I don't know if the people in Alabama would want him to come in to be the head coach.
Well, like when Nick Saban was there, it was like rumors like he was supposed to be next head of the line.
Yeah, okay.
But Nick Saban got rid of him because he took the job
at Ole Miss. To come to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin was the offense coordinator, I think. I want to say.
Yeah, he
something
was the
like
OC at Alabama. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did, and it was so funny because me being from Tennessee. Memphis. It's different. Memphis and Tennessee is a difference.
Yeah, okay.
But a lot of Tennessee fans, it's they mocking us because he did the same thing to them.
Yep.
So it's just like I guess it's karma.
I'm gonna say about it. I mean, that's his track record though, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get used to it. LSU, they better be. You know what I'm saying?
They better be careful.
All right.
They better be careful.
I ain't gonna lie though, I feel like if Lane don't bring in the Natty. I feel like LSU giving him 2 years.
I was just finna say 2 years tops.
Yeah, if he don't bring it in 2 years, I feel like they probably gone.
Yeah.
Look another direction.
Yeah, they not paying him all that money for nothing.
Exactly. And then it's different. Cause let's just be honest, before Lane got to Ole Miss, Ole Miss had some decent season here and there, but they weren't just that dominant force in football.
Yeah, he brought the culture for real.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like it hurt so much to see him leave. He built it up and brought everything back.
Such like a home felt environment.
Exactly.
And Mississippi already like a smaller state.
Yeah.
It used to bring everybody together. Ole Miss wasn't getting on college game day.
Exactly.
But when he bringing national recognition to the team.
Exactly, bro.
And recruits, come to the SIP. Everybody wearing the SIP chains.
Exactly, he real life changed the whole environment, from the ground up, built it all the way up. That's why I feel like I said, it just hurt so bad. But getting to my point, going down to LSU, they already built. They already known for.
They already got their own foundation. So
exactly. So that's why I feel like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's always.
I was telling people that you gotta think LSU already. They done had Nick Saban come to that. Ed Orgeron. They didn't won.
Yeah,
they won.
They didn't won.
They gave him that big budget to work with the NIL.
They expect him to produce now ASAP.
He got the players. He did a great job recruiting. I tell you that.
And then you know where offense gonna be. The offense gonna be the offense. He gonna always have a good offense, great offense.
That's true.
I'm just ready to see what Ole Miss gonna look like next year, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I feel like Trinidad come back, we gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I feel like we gonna be cool because I don't really know a lot about Deuce Knight, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to say about him.
Yeah, I can't really speak on him because I haven't really seen him play.
Exactly.
I seen a few highlights from I think he had 6 touchdowns in the one game that he started at Auburn. I think he had 4 rushing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, something like that. But that's all I can go based off of.
Exactly.
So
it just I don't know how we get Trinidad back though. Trinidad, he a dog. The boy a dog.
Yes.
Boy a dog, man. But what you think about our transfer portal class?
I like it. I feel like it's kind of funny. It's we lose a player, we gain a player.
Yeah.
We lose a player, we gain a player.
Yep. It was just exactly like that.
when the DBs the end of the portal, DBs came in. You know,
I feel like our defense gonna be way better next year than this year, especially in the trenches wide, like front seven wide. You know
that's where it started.
It did exactly.
That's where it started. You know,
and then like last year team front seven, they started improving after that Georgia game.
Yeah.
After Georgia, that's when they really started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But our secondary.
Oh, oof. Oh.
I don't know, man.
Bro, we can write essays about that. You know,
crazy secondary, boy. I ain't worried, man. We ain't even gonna discuss that.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, but I'm staying on football. Though, let's jump into the NFL, man. What's your thought on this past NFL season, man? Tell the people your favorite.
Dallas Cowboys, man. Yeah, y'all
know how I feel about them Cowboy fans, man.
But you see, this thing with me though, I'm a realistic fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, because my dad wasn't gonna have it no other way.
Yeah.
He got the trophies in the house, football cases in the house. So, but that's also my team too, though. But I also just I'm a football fan too, though.
Exactly.
So But I like to see the Cowboys in a little Super Bowl. At least make it to the conference. I'll be cool. We went to the conference championship. I would want to win it all.
Yeah,
but
I definitely get you saying. What was your thoughts, this past NFL season, man? Who, some shockers, you know what I'm saying? Some people you weren't expecting to see thrive.
Man, I'm gonna say Drake May.
Yeah.
He kind of shocked me a lot, and it's just cause it just shows you how the difference in the head coach, the right head coach, and the right people developing you can go a long way.
A long way, exactly.
When Mike Vrabel was at Tennessee, he had them rocking and rolling. Every coach gonna have their own down year.
Yeah.
But I feel like he got the team on track because I think he's a players coach, and that's what you need. You need a players coach that can actually relate to the players.
Yep.
It makes them easy we playing for you.
Exactly.
We're not just playing for each other.
Exactly, playing for you.
It's
Exactly.
bigger.
He had been in those situations winning championship with the Patriots. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So I definitely get what you're saying. I ain't gonna say Drake May. He surprised me, but really not that much because I was peeping game last year, and he really wasn't bad last year. It's just the team wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, just changing coaching staff. They went out and spent some money, got some good draft picks.
And they get some good draft picks.
Boy, doing it, man. So who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm going Seattle.
I'm glad you did. That's my team. I'm glad you said the right team.
I'm going Seattle. I like Seattle. Running back Kenneth Walker.
Yep.
He from the M-Town, so got to rock with him. D-Law.
Yep.
Yep. Former Cowboy. It's so funny how every former Cowboy, they lead the Cowboys, they go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And the Cowboy, man, y'all curse, man.
It's the ownership.
I mean, we can get into a lot of different things when it come down to the Cowboy, man. But who your MVP this season, NFL?
MVP. That's kind of tough. This might be a shock to a lot of people, but I will give it to Drake May.
Drake May? Okay.
I will give it to Drake May. I almost said Dak, but I almost said Dak.
I mean, Dak put up some good. He always put up some good numbers.
Yeah, though. He was up there, but I gotta put in consideration that we didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I can't blame the offense though. I feel like Cowboys, they never have a corresponding team. One year the defense would be on point, but the offense would be off.
Yep.
This year it was the offense on point, defense would be off.
Yeah. They can't never just get both of them to be on the same page.
No, wishy-washy.
I definitely get what you're saying. So Drake May, I like Drake May, man, but I gotta go Matthew Stafford, man.
Matthew Stafford.
Man, I gotta go.
Yeah, okay.
Cause I'm a Seahawks fan, you know what I'm saying. But I like the Rams though, bro. I like Sean McVay. I like Matthew Stafford. I like Puka. Like Jared Verse. Like them guys are a good team over there.
They are a good team. I am a big Sean McVay fan, and his work speaks for himself. I think he'd have had 4 or 5 his coordinator become head coaches.
Yep.
So, you know, and he's like, what, 34, 35?
Yeah, he ain't that old. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, it's definitely, Matthew Stafford definitely up there. Like, I feel he still got one of the best arms in the NFL.
Fact, he's just getting older.
Yeah.
It seems like he's getting bitter.
I think one disappointment also this year, I'm not a fan of them at all, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. I cannot stand the Steelers, but, you know, I thought they were going to do a lot better, you know. And to all my Steelers fans, you know, y'all ran Mike Tomlin out. Aaron Rodgers, he ran Mike Tomlin out and brought in Mike McCarthy. A setup.
I'm going to say that ain't no better.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He should, like, trust me, he ain't do nothing for us. That's why they got him out of there.
Like, people be talking about Mike McCarthy this, bro. He only won one Super Bowl. And they were with Green Bay now.
Yeah.
Could never get back there no more. Didn't get there with the Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I was very questionable with that hire.
Yeah.
I was thinking they were going to go for, like, a younger head coach.
Yeah, real life.
What's the coach that just got fired from Atlanta?
He just got
hired as I think the defensive coordinator at San Francisco.
Yeah, it was something like that. He wasn't a head coach, but he definitely a coordinator.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that the other day, actually. But man, there's a lot of shakeups going on.
Yeah, I think he would have been. I think he would have fit that culture at Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Because since Aaron Rodgers, you know, one, he is a defensive minded coach. Steelers gonna always have a good defense.
Exactly. That's one thing they gonna have for sure.
It's a good defense. You know, they have the right piece. You know, they got Calvin Austin, they got DK.
Yep. They got who was they? Who they running back?
Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah. You're right.
Kenneth Gainwell. He had a great season this year too. I feel like you got Will Howard. Back there as the backup quarterback. I say let him play.
Yep.
Let him play.
You got to see what he can do.
I mean, the dude's 6'6" quarterback. Give him a chance. You know, Aaron Rodgers in his 40s, you know. And he kind of, the play is speaking for itself.
Exactly.
You know, so it's time.
That's why I like when people be like, Aaron Rodgers going to go do this, go do that. His time is over with. Like, he used to be able to do that, but he can't do it no more.
Exactly. Man, Aaron Rodgers on the show when he played the Cowboys in the playoffs. Cause every next game he gonna get blown out.
Mm-hmm.
Let him play the 49ers, blown out. Play the Seahawks, get blown out. You know.
Yeah, man. But like you said, you got the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. But I got a little game for you right here. The NFL little trivia game. Well, it ain't a little trivia game, but I'm gonna give you 5 random NFL receivers, right?
Okay.
But you can keep 3, cut 2.
Got you.
All right, but the key is
current in the past.
No, they current right now.
Okay.
They right now. But I'm not gonna tell you all 5 at the same time.
Okay.
I'm gonna say one, then you gotta pick your answer. You cut or keep, and then you know.
I got you.
A bit. So,
bet.
So number 1.
Yeah.
First one we got. First one we gonna go Puka Nakua. You gonna keep or you gonna cut him? Now keep 3. Now remember.
I'm gonna keep Puka.
Okay, gonna keep Puka. All right. Number 2 we got Devontae Adams.
Cut.
Okay. So you done kept Puka, you cut Devontae Adams. All right. Number 3 we got JSN. Jackson Smith and Jibba.
This 3? This the third one?
Yeah, this is the third one.
I'm keeping him.
All right.
I'm keeping him.
Don't keep him. Okay. So far you done killed Puka, you done cut Devontae Adams, then you kept JSN. All right. Number 4 we got Justin Jefferson.
Oof.
Now you already done kept 2 now.
Yeah. Man. I'm going to keep Justin Jefferson.
Okay, you're going to keep Justin Jefferson. Okay, with you keeping Justin Jefferson, that means
that's 3.
You kept Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
You cut Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
You kept JSN.
Yeah.
You kept Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
And you cut Jamar Chase.
I feel like I made the right choice.
Okay. You feel like why you say that?
You know, Devontae Adams, if we would have said Green Bay Devontae Adams, I feel like Devontae Adams probably got some of the best hands. But Puka, Jackson, they just I feel like they more playmakers.
Yeah.
Me being a playmaker, I'm gonna go look at the playmakers.
I get what you're saying.
And Jamar, Justin Jefferson, he a playmaker.
Yep.
He'll turn a slant to a touchdown.
Yeah.
Just like that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Jamar. Now, you would have picked him early. I would have kept him too. Because that's a neck and neck.
That's neck. Yeah.
So, they all really good receivers, but I'm sticking with my three.
I feel you. So, out of all 5 of these receivers I named, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, Puka, JSN, and Justin Jefferson, who do you feel is the best out of all of them?
The best?
Yeah, like you can include Devontae Adams, Green Bay. Just when you think of Devontae Adams, think about him, not just think about his career. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The history of what he's done. You know what I'm saying? Then, who do you think is the best out of all of them?
Overall?
Yeah.
I'm going to go
in your opinion.
We talking about best overall, because,
Man, we can do it like this. We can say, I'm saying, who do you feel the best out of our 5, and who would you draft if you was a GM in the draft? If they was all in the same draft.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. I like that question. I will say Justin Jefferson is the best out of all 5. And who would I draft if I was a GM? Jackson Smith and Bosa. And the reason why, because he's shown it that he can produce on the spot.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, they rookie year. They did their thing too.
They did that thing.
But I just feel like his season is just, he getting recognition for being, offensive player of the year as a rookie.
Nah, he ain't no rookie.
He not?
Second
year player?
Nah, this is 3rd year.
Jackson?
Yeah.
For real?
For real.
See, that's how
at Ohio State, yeah.
That's crazy. But, I feel like
him and Devin Witherspoon, the DB got 20, they got drafted in the same draft.
You're right. Okay.
But I can see why you think he a rookie though, because he really when DK and Tyler Lockett was there, he was getting his reception, but he was getting probably 3 receptions, 4 receptions. It wasn't nothing like how he getting targeted 9-10 times a game. No, you know
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I thought he was a rookie.
Yeah,
but I'm probably getting him confused with Emeka, the receiver from Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah.
They
both came from Ohio State.
That's what I'm saying. I know they're both Ohio State boys.
Yeah.
They kind of play similar kind of style because he was going off too before he got hurt. So
Yeah. Okay. So
JSN, man.
So JS, you'll draft JSN, but Justin Jefferson is the best player out of. Okay. I can agree with you with this statement. Me and my homeboy when I was back at the crib, we were arguing who would we take, Puka or JSN right now. And I'm a Seahawks fan, but I said I'll take Puka right now. I'll take Puka right now. They go neck and neck. But Puka dog, bro. He a dog.
I haven't seen the game when I watched the Rams play where Puka didn't show up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Whatever they needed, when they was playing against the Carolina Panthers in the divisional round.
Yeah.
He was on the wild card round. He was going off every time.
Puka go always make a play every time. Every time, man. But before we leave, we can leave football. We can go some basketball. Man, you be watching basketball too. You're a basketball fan as much as a football fan.
I'm way more of a, I ain't gonna lie. I keep up with basketball, but I really tune in the playoffs.
Yeah. See, it's crazy because I feel like everybody says that, unless you just hate football, you're not really watching the NBA till playoffs.
Exactly.
Or until, football really is over. Where there ain't no more football going on.
I'm so locked in on football,
You
basketball.
have time for basketball, exactly, yeah.
And then it's so many games with basketball. Football,
Yeah,
I got class,
exactly.
I got homework to do.
My mama say the same. She be like, basketball is just so many different games.
That's
One
what I'm
night,
saying.
13 games.
That's what I'm saying, Now, if it was a Friday night and this is a game that I know this is going to be a good game, I'll tune into it. But, playoffs, I definitely lock in. you know.
Yeah, I feel like playoffs in the NBA, that's when they be more serious.
Yeah.
You know, regular season is 82 games, man. Like,
exactly. Then, you might watch the game, the star player not
ain't
playing.
exactly, yeah.
So, just like, what am I watching it for?
But since we were talking about this before the show, we gotta talk about it now. My guy, like you said, he from Memphis, bro. What you think about your Grizzlies, man? What they doing? They clearing house.
We need a new front office. They need a new general manager because I don't think the Grizzlies do not know how to draft. They made a few good draft picks, but they've also made some questionable draft picks. They just got rid of Jaren Jackson Jr. I really don't understand the point of that. I get you wanting to build around Ja, but at the same time, how can you, like we were talking about before, how can you build around somebody that's not on the court?
Exactly. Like I said, building around somebody that's always hurt.
Exactly. And I also think they don't have the right head coach. If the motto of Memphis, everybody know how Memphis is. Yeah. It's kind of rough, grit and grind. And the coach don't represent that, it's not going to transform to the players.
Exactly. You're right.
You're right. It's a culture. And I like we talked about again before, Dylan Brooks brought that culture.
Exactly. Like I said, everybody slander his name because he talking and doing all that, but that's what you want. It's grit and grind. Exactly.
Desmond Bain the same way. Desmond Bain was feisty. You needed players like that. And, instead of finding a way to keep them all together, that's a solid group right there.
Exactly. Like, I was hoping. Like, Memphis was hoping everybody was helping. Like, with Ja, Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Jared Jackson. Who was else on that team? Like, and they're just the young guys. You know what I'm saying?
You had Luke Kennard.
Yep.
What's the twins' name? Tyus Jones. It was one of them.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of his name. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Tyus. It was Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones, when he was there, he was hooping too. Who else was on that team? Adama.
Yep. Like I said, maybe I had the team, bro. Yeah, I was winning games.
Yeah, once Josh said it's good, we good in the West, it went south from there. Because, they was number one in the West.
Yeah.
It just, Memphis is a smaller market team, so, they're not going to get to Kevin Durant and James Harden. They're not going to want to come to Memphis. They already said that, That's fine, but, I feel like when you have talent, you got to kind of let it develop, We know they weren't going to have like a Steph, Draymond, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson kind of team, but they correlated well with each other. They all knew each other's role, and then I feel like people were saying how inconsistent Dylan Brooks is. You imagine him now on the Grizzlies. Yeah. A real,
threat.
Like he a real, he can go get a bucket. And I feel like they just didn't they really used him as a scapegoat, I feel like. Because, after, he was talking all this smack to Bron, they lost the series. Mm-hmm. But that's not why they lost the series.
Exactly, so they can't just blame them, but they just more other factors,
Exactly. They got outplayed, but, they had to find some way to do that. Same way how the Bills fired Sean McDermott. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's a business,
It is a business. Do you feel, since you said that, do you feel that they should have fired him, or should they look towards some other factors that caused them to lose games?
I mean, I don't think he should got fired. Yeah. He's a good coach. And, look at your quarterback performance.
That's exactly where I was going.
And Josh Allen's a good quarterback, but people overhype him.
Yes. Thank you.
People overhype him to. It's a lot of the commentators that do it.
Yeah, that would it really be though.
Tony Romo, every game he commentates for Josh Allen, he praises him like he's such a guy. Like, mind you, he still ain't got no conference championship.
No, ain't got no conference championship. Ain't played in the Super Bowl. Ain't did nothing. Just got MVP.
Exactly.
Regular season records.
And That's why Stephon got up out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
People wonder why. You know,
For
there's a
real.
reason why. You know, people like when they always try to like. I don't know why that people like when they talk about like Dak Prescott. I'm not just saying it because he like is the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. But he's actually one of my favorite quarterbacks because if you look at him like even with like Joe Burrow, Lamar, yeah, they might got better accolades, but at the end of the day, guess what? Don't none of them have no Super Bowl championship.
Yep.
And then none of them really won the big game for real.
Exactly.
I mean, Joe Burrow, he beat Patrick Mahomes go to the Super Bowl.
But he didn't win it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And since then, he really ain't
Did
nothing. So I'm just saying, they really are right there. Like, stats-wise, you can put them, they've, like, shown it, and Dak Prescott's stats are right there with
right
them.
there with, like you said, they stacked
Yeah.
right there together. Like you said, just, and they don't have no Super Bowl to really put them above each other. So, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, you know, they always some of this tier quarterback, tier A, tier B, tier C. I remember it was just like the rankings of like at the beginning of the year. They had Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Who else? What's the quarterback? From Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? It was bogus, bro.
Yeah.
They like really disrespected Dak. They had him like 18. Geno Smith was above
Geno
him.
above Dak is crazy.
I'm just like, that's
Geno
ridiculous.
was in Seattle. He had that one good season.
Yeah, that's
Everybody thought he
it.
was gonna
And
be-
look at him now. When he went to Oakland, did
Alright.
nothing. Boy threw like 4 or 5 picks a game. CJ
Yeah.
Stroud above him. You know what he did.
Nah, I don't think C.J. Stroud above Dak right now either. Everybody look at C.J. Stroud rookie season and like told him so high in the
There you
rankings,
go.
but he really ain't did nothing since that rookie
Same
season.
thing with Jaden Daniel. Everybody, Jaden Daniel,
Yeah.
top 5 quarterback. I'm like, how? He had one season.
Exactly.
And this season he had a down year. Like once players have film on you, they can make adjustments. It's harder to go based off of what you see in college. So you know, cause like that Prescott when his rookie year,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then you
And he
know,
wasn't even really supposed to play.
that's what I'm saying. He was supposed to be a backup.
Yeah, for real.
You know, so I feel like you can't really just go based off of rookie year.
Rookie year, like you said, because it's hard to scout college versus NFL because college is way different.
Exactly. Once you get film, once you kind of learn routines of people,
Exactly.
you
Their
know,
techniques.
exactly, you know.
Yeah. You're right about that. Man.
I don't know how we got back on the football, but you know.
Yeah, because you brought up the bill, man.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to ask. About the bill, man. But going back to the NBA, man, you got a favorite NBA team?
I'm a Grizzlies fan,
Yeah, you said that Grizzlies fan. Yeah.
but my favorite player is Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
That's my favorite player.
Okay, Steph Curry, man. They need to get him some help over there
They do.
and Golden State. So what's a trade proposal you think that they can get to make something shake over there?
See, the thing is, Golden State really don't have nobody
To
trade.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, they don't want nobody to really want. They gonna have to trade picks. They gonna have to trade like some first round picks or something.
They gotta give up Kuminga, man.
Yeah,
They gotta
but
stop holding them hostage, man.
Kuminga want to leave.
Exactly.
I don't know why you won't give him away. You don't utilize him correctly. I tell you what's gonna happen next. Steve Kerr, he gonna be gone in a minute because he part of the problem too.
He is though. And a lot of people don't bring him up, but he really is though.
Because you know he did Jason Tatum dirty in the Olympics.
Yeah.
How you don't play the defending champion?
In the Olympics, you right, man. You right, but it's just scheme, bro. Often they scheme, man.
Man, you could have found. You could have gave us some. You could have found some way.
Yeah, you could have found something in
You
it
could
for
have
him.
found a way to put somebody in the average 30 points a game in the game.
Yeah, you right. You definitely right about that, man. But like, just getting into other trades and stuff like this. You saw that AD got signed
To the Wizards.
to the Wizards, man.
Yeah.
What you think about that? Hey, it was AD plus some more people.
80.
It was some picks too, but I finna put
It was
right
80. D'Angelo Russell.
now.
Jaden Hardy.
Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum to the Wizards, and the Mavericks got Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley III, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-rounders. The Mavericks slick on that trade.
I like it.
Like,
the Mavericks did win.
Picks.
The Mavericks did win. AD, he don't want to play no ball.
My mama be saying he need to medically retire.
Yeah, he do.
He do though. Like he always hurt.
He do. Like, I feel like you get paid this amount of money. Some injury you can play through. Like
exactly, bro. That's what I be saying.
I'm like they just soft. In a sense, like I get like if you hurt for real, you hurt. But every time you step on the court, you get injured.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know, like the diet not right. They ain't drinking their milk, but it's not adding up. You can just tell like somebody like really still love the game. They gonna try to be out there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Kevin Durant, I think he missed 2 games this whole season so far, and they did have like a lot of double back-to-back games.
Yep.
And he still didn't play. And this year 19 for him. LeBron, this is his first time really just being hurt.
Exactly.
And he 40 years old,
Bron really ain't even just like he had a little minor injury, but like he already told him, I ain't playing back to back.
Yeah.
But I mean, he, like you say, he 40 years old.
Exactly.
Like, but and then like one thing I be saying too with AD, like you played with Bron all those years, like no way you ain't pick up on none of his habits.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
Techniques to show like why he's still playing
Right.
20 seasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and like I know they have 2 different styles of play. AD down in the paint, bang, and LeBron more so out on the perimeter. But Bron he an aggressive player too. Like he was a
That's
slasher.
what I'm saying.
He wasn't always playing on the perimeter.
Exactly. He still go to the paint on you,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I don't know. Like you said, it just get to a point where like it's just about wanting to play.
Exactly.
At this point. At this point, man, let me talk. It was some more trades that we talking about. Chris Paul got traded from the Clippers.
I knew that was coming.
It's a notable name. He went to it was a 3-team trade. Chris Paul to the Raptors. Ochai Agbaji. I don't know who. I heard that name. I don't know who it is. He is going to the Brooklyn Nets. I don't know who the Clippers got. They don't really say they ain't getting nobody, man. James Harden to the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, for Darius Garland. Like, how you feel about that, bro? James Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
Really? I don't know how it's going to work. Because, you really putting 2 ball hogs on a team.
Together.
James Harden used to bring the ball up. Donovan Mitchell used to bring the ball up. It's going to be some,
some head bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I can say about James Harden that I've seen more, like, because you saw a little bit in Houston, but in Houston, he was the scorer. He was the main guy. Like, now, he didn't produce more into a true point guard, like a one just to bring the ball up every time. Because I feel like Donovan Mitchell more so thrives off playing the 2 guard. You know what I'm saying? 2 guard being your main scorer. So, if they can, can play with each other, counteract off each other, I feel like it'll work. Especially with all the pieces that they got around them. I feel like it'll be all right. I don't know.
I agree. I think Darius Garland, he'll do better with the Clippers.
Yeah.
Because, him and Donovan Mitchell, they kind of have 2, like, exact similar games. So, James, I feel like James Harden he want to win.
Yeah.
So, he don't have to go get 35 points a night. He could get his 20 and 12.
Exactly.
And be okay.
Be cool and let Donovan Mitchell have that 30 a night. You know what I'm saying?
Mind you, they got Tyson.
Yep.
They got
Jared Allen.
Evan Mobley.
Yep.
They have pieces.
Exactly.
And they can go get buckets too. He never had that when he was in Houston for real.
Yep.
So I feel like you got role players around you that can also take over too. So, I feel like that's a good place for him to be.
I do too, man. So, what you think in the NBA wide, like East and Western Conference, man? Who you got coming out the East? Who you got coming out the West?
Man, the East is just so like wide open for real.
It is, bro.
it's really just hard to tell till you get like late in the playoffs, like in the middle of the playoffs, something like that, you know. Pistons look good.
Yeah.
They look good, but I don't know if they just got the enough pieces to go a long run for real. You know, the Knicks always start off strong, then they just go downhill. Celtics,
They've been surprising people.
they are. You know,
They've been surprising people for real, man. Like, I always been a Jaylen Brown fan. Like, I always been, in my opinion, Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum. But, like, I wasn't expecting him to step up the way he's doing this season. He's stepping up and taking that leadership role while they main guy down.
Exactly.
He holding it down for real, for real.
he really is.
With the East, you definitely right.
It's so
You gotta wait till the
open.
playoffs because
You
it's so wide open. It could be the 5th, 6th seed
exactly.
that make it to the finals of the East.
Like last year,
Yep.
it was the Pacers.
Yep.
But you know, right now, I like the direction they're going. So I'm gonna say Cleveland.
Cleveland, okay.
I'm gonna go Cleveland, and
Like
then
the East.
out the West, I'm gonna go OKC.
OKC. So do you have OKC going back to back NBA champions or just making it to the finals?
Back to back.
Back to back.
I just feel like they got too much depth.
Yeah.
Got too much depth, and then they just got Jared McCain.
Yep.
You know, so that's another piece. He a bucket too.
Exactly.
You know,
3-and-D guy, what they want.
Yeah, he in the right position where he can thrive, and he can make because
I found this on the web.
Nah, you good, man.
no, but what I said, Jared McCain, he wasn't in the right situation in Philadelphia. You know, you got Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, a lot of guard play.
Yeah,
I feel like now, you don't really hear about any other. You got Alex Caruso, but he more of a defensive player, so he can really help Shea.
Exactly.
So I feel like he'll do good there.
Yeah, and then like I said, Jerry McCain, that's another knockdown 3-point shooter for them because that was like as you seen this season, the Thunder they've been struggling shooting the ball.
I seen that.
Yeah, so they get him another 3-point shooter, another role guy. They gonna play some defense, get out there, thrive with the team, And I feel like he just fit their environment, their culture there. You know what
He
I'm
do.
saying? Like
he young.
You know what I'm saying? He young. Like I'm saying, yeah.
He got that. He got the burst. He got the energy. He just where they need to be.
Yeah, and I feel like he got a good work ethic too. Cause like I've been, you know what I'm saying, keeping up with him since he came out of high school in California. I feel like he got him a good work ethic. Cause he was doing his thing before he got hurt his rookie season.
He was going off.
Exactly. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be good, man. The NBA definitely gonna be interesting come playoff time, man. At the West, I don't know, bro. Like the West so competitive. Like you got the Rockets. Got the Timberwolves, got the Thunder.
Got the Spurs.
Got the Spurs, yeah. Like, the West competitive for real.
The Nuggets, you can't forget about.
Got the Nuggets, got the
Lakers. The Lakers?
Yeah. Lakers, man. Can't count the Lakers out, bro.
You can't. They just ain't got no defense, though.
They don't, bro. They don't. They get exposed on defense, but they got so much offense. You got Luka. Luka's a walking 30-point triple-double.
Luka is a walking bucket and a walking liability at the same time.
He gonna be your greatest offensive player and your worst defensive player.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they can get him to play a little bit of defense, they will be okay.
Yeah. But it ain't even a fact that they just need to play a little bit. Like, you just gotta have so much around him the way you can't even take. Think about it. When you with the Mavericks, they went to the finals.
Yeah.
But people weren't talking about like they were saying he was bad on defense. Like that's when it was starting to come out. But like the Mavericks had people to shadow that. You know what I'm saying? You got PJ Washington. You got was Gafford with them? No, Gafford wasn't with them during the time.
No, he was there. He was there
with the final team.
Yeah.
Okay, they had Gafford. Who else is on their team? I know Tim Hardaway Jr. and them, Kyrie. What was was some more people on that team, but like
think.
they people really wasn't talking about it then.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know, bro. Like NBA, like you said, you really gotta get to it when this play. Like once the Super Bowl is over, that's when I'm really gonna be tuned in to like the NBA. Like I'm always tuned in to college basketball though. Like what's the thoughts on college basketball, man? Upcoming drought on the men's side, like who your number one pick, bro? There's so many different options. You got AJ, you got Peterson, you got Cameron Boozer, you got.
I'm gonna go AJ.
AJ.
Go AJ.
Yeah, I like AJ the bouncer. Like he boy different.
Cam Boozer hooping too though.
For real though.
He is hooping, you know.
Boozer, but I like Darren Peterson though, boy from Kansas. That boy tough.
He a bucket.
That boy tough. He ain't smooth, but AJ.
I feel like he just got the. Like I feel like he gonna like convert from like college to NBA. You know. Cause you know how he play, he came to the mindset in college like, look, I'm finna do what I gotta do, take care of my business.
Get to the league.
You know, he already have a pro mindset and stuff.
Exactly. Like you saying, it's gonna transition over in like he hoops like a pro. He gets to his spot. You know, he takes what the defense gives him. He can't be sped up. You know, he play at his own pace. 6'9", 6'10". Can handle the ball, got a good jump shot.
NBA prototype.
Yeah.
Basically, you know.
Like I said, Cameron Boozer, he been hooping too, though. I just want to see, like, how he's going to transition into the NBA because, like, unlike AJ, Cam ain't just coming off the dribble every time. Like, he can catch it in the post.
That's what I'm
saying. He can get a little catch and shoot three. He'll face up every now and then, catch you off the dribble. I just wonder how he going to transition. I feel like if he get to the right system, he gonna be cool.
He developed correctly, cause like he really play like his dad. He just don't have the same size and built as him though.
Like, cause one player that I like a lot, Paulo Banchero. Like
he nice.
Like I love Paulo, but I feel like he be trying to do too much sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you 6'10", 280.
Yeah, you don't have to do much. Just
exactly.
Ain't a lot of people not gonna want to bang. Most of the time, you gonna have a mismatch because like he's faster than a lot of bigger power forwards.
Exactly.
So he don't have.
He plays that 3-4 type role. So exactly.
You know, take what you can get. You know, he like the one to cross you up.
Exactly.
You know, tween.
Exactly. You don't gotta do all that work, man. He don't little simple crossover, bag him down, put that shoulder to the rim.
Exactly.
To the rim. Then if you going somebody, they're about your side, then you can hit a little tween step. Yeah. You know, take what they give you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, another trade that we gotta talk about is they traded Jaren Jackson Jr.
I did. To the
Utah Jazz.
Jazz.
For
let me see. I think I got it.
For Walter Clay.
Yeah, I know Walter Clay.
Kyle.
I got you right here. It's
Kyle Jones, whatever his name is.
The Memphis they trading Jared Jackson Jr., John Conchar, Jack Alade, and Vince Williams Jr. for Walter Clay Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, George Nang, and 3 first-round picks. 3 first rounds though.
What we gonna do with
They'll
them?
say, I gotta do something with them.
What we gonna do with them though?
I like Walter Clay.
Walter Clay, nice.
Out of Florida, I like him. Cool
the problem is not the guard play though. We need a forward that's gonna dominate.
Yeah.
Like we have the guard play if they stay healthy. Memphis team is cursed for being injured. Scottie Pippen Jr. He hurt. Ja can't stay on the court. You can't build any team chemistry. You always hurt.
Do you think that comes from Memphis being one of those small market teams and not being able to provide the top notch equipment?
I feel like it comes with the players though, and it, maturing and knowing your body, taking care of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Edey, he's had some injury problems.
Yep.
I feel like you're not gonna be able just to be 7'3", however tall he is, and just dominate everybody. it's a physical game. You know, you gotta develop your body more. You know, it's just like maturing. Like you just gotta mature in the league. You know, that's up to you. You want to take the rest of it. You want to be great for real. You gonna do what need. Yeah. So I feel like so from like you said about the resources, maybe they don't have the high end tech resources where like a team like LA or somebody does because the market, a smaller market team. Yep. So to get the players like all the top-notch equipment that they need to make sure they're on top of everything, it might not be the same. That could probably be a reason, you know. But I feel like it's also on the players, you know. Same way like in college, you know, it's up to us to get up and go to class.
Yeah, it's on the players, you know, get their body right. It's only so much that the people in the facility can do. You got to take that step on your own, like you said. If you want to be great, you got to make those sacrifices and do those things to make sure you're in the best shape to be the best player that you can be. For sure, man, for sure. But man, before we close this show out, bro, we gotta talk. Let's talk about some women's basketball. I mean, be watching women's sport. We don't even got to talk about women's basketball, just women's sports in general.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm not even a baseball, softball fan, but I be watching the softball World Series. Yeah. Them girls go crazy.
Go crazy, yeah. Okay.
Basketball too, like you know, the March Madness tournament from the girls. It's just something about it, you know. They be hooping.
Yeah.
And the games be a lot more interesting for something like, you know.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you, like, cause like when me work with the team, but then one thing I can say, like, them girls, man, they be intense, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah.
For real.
Yeah, like I remember when Ole Miss beat Stanford. Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really watched no Ole Miss women's basketball game till that game. Yeah. But I'm hyped, like I'm tearing, you know. I'm like, yeah, Coach, you know, I'm getting into it, you know, and you know, when they play Tennessee coming up and LSU, I'm gonna be there, you know. Yeah, you know, this is the game. We gotta get it rocking.
For real, though, now the women's sport, man, they be turned.
So you know, football season over, y'all. We gotta go support the other team. You know, women basketball, they doing their thing.
Fact.
We gotta go support them.
Fact, Coach. Shout out Coach O, man.
You know,
for real, man. But before we close this show out, one thing I do for all my guests, man, you can just tell the people where they can follow you on social media, any shout out that you have, and just how you want the people to know you, man. You just let them know right now. This is just your free chance to say whatever you want to say, whatever you got to say.
Man, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Carl Tate _2. I also have a sports page, Tate Sports Vibe. You could also follow me at and you know. Shout out to my mom, you know. Shout out to my pops, you know. The reason why I know so much about sports now is because, you know, we used to talk, you know, like when we talk sports, you know, he kind of went more analytical with sports and gave me like a real good diagnostic of sports, you know, not just the nitty-gritty, you know. He went like in detail about it. And my mom too, you know. She don't know football and stuff like that, but she knows like the business side of sports, in a sense. Like, you know, she can be able to tell you, like, it's a business, you know. Like, she was talking about the John Morant trade. Trade them. It's a business.
It's a business, exactly.
It's time, you know. If a lot of issues going on, you know, she can kind of correlate because she's like, I feel like it's like a woman's like touch with the stuff. She can like, you know, she'll be watching the football. She's talking about it's rigged. It's politics. You know, that's how she kind of talk, and it's so funny. Like we were sitting there back there watching the Ole Miss Miami game, and she was just like, she said, "They ain't right with God." You know how they get, and she just like their hearts ain't right. Is Miami ain't gonna win nothing. And you know, it's just funny. But you know, shout out to them. You know, shout out to my people, you know, my homeboys back home. You know, we always talk sports with. You know, it's a blessing to be on the podcast. I've been trying to get on here. You know.
Oh yeah, man. Had to get my boy right, but so go ahead and talk sports, man. This is not the last time you will see him, man. We're gonna have to
be back
live,
for sure,
bro. We Instagram page, go live, free time, talk some good sports.
Got to, man. You know, last thing we gotta do like a little prediction of the score.
Oh,
Super Bowl Sunday.
Bet. I'm glad you said that. You can go first. I'm gonna break down how it's gonna happen and everything. I've been saying this one.
Hey, I got Seahawks 31-27.
Hey, that's so crazy you say that, bro.
Seahawks 31-27.
Because my score prediction is Seahawks 21-17.
For real?
Real life.
Ooh.
21-17. At least this is what I think is going to happen, bro. I think Seahawks going to be winning 14-10.
Yeah.
Going into the fourth. But the Patriots going to be driving. Going to be driving the ball down. Just got it back at the end of the dirt going into the fourth. They going to go down and score. But they gonna hold. They gonna have the ball. They gonna have the ball like almost the whole fourth quarter. They gonna go down and score, take the lead, 17-14. Well, but I say about 2:45, 2:47 left. See how we gonna get the ball back. Only 2 timeouts now. 2 timeout plus 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Cool. They gonna drive down. Sam Darnold game winning touchdown. JSN. Seahawks win the Super Bowl. 21-17. Kendall Walker gonna have over 100 rushing yards.
Crowd go crazy.
Crowd go crazy. I'm trying to tell you how, what I think gonna happen, bro.
I think mine gonna be the Patriots got the ball last.
Yeah.
It's 4th down. I say it's 4th and 8.
Okay.
Drake may step back. DeMarcus Lawrence, line up on Will Campbell, sack.
Okay.
Sack.
Ain't win the sack.
And the reason why I say Will Campbell, if you know ball and you didn't watch the football and you watch the playoffs,
Yeah.
he been getting tore up all playoffs. Will Anderson had a field day on him. Broncos had a field day on him. And Will Campbell was cold at LSU.
He really was, but they always said this about him. They said arms were too
Short. They
Yeah,
did say that.
They said his
They
arms
did
too
say
short
it.
to be a tackle.
No, we gonna see this
You gonna see
offseason.
it? Bro, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, see how we just have to come with it. Because our offensive line, boy, them boys sorry. Like, not
That's
all of
sorry.
them. Like, they ain't just sorry. But to be sitting in the Super Bowl, we ain't just got that smash in the offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it couldn't be worse than the Bengals offensive line.
Yeah, we
against
better than the
Rams.
Bengals now for sure. But we just ain't.
Or the Chiefs last year.
We just ain't that dominant force either though.
Yeah.
But, you know, we get the job done.
Yeah.
Get the job done. Ain't not like what's his name, Clint Kubiak, our offensive coordinator. He a great offensive coordinator. Mike McDonald, I like him.
He just got a head coaching job, didn't he?
Yeah, crazy thing is he's gonna be the head coach of the I want to say the Raiders.
It is
I think it's the Raiders.
It is the Raiders.
And they was like he can't sign his contract until after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I think it's
That's
the Raiders.
good though. See, that's how college.
Hey,
That's like, we should have talked. We really need to discuss that.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. For real. I'm telling you, bro, this ain't gonna be the last time y'all see my
Exactly.
boy Carl on the
Yeah.
show, man. We got so much
Yeah.
that we got to talk about. That's why I wanted to come in and go ahead and get it done before the Super Bowl, so we can talk about the Super Bowl
Exactly.
and stuff like that. Then, you know, after the Super Bowl, so we can get right again after the Super Bowl.
Okay. We got one more question for you. What's your go-to menu Super Bowl food?
Go to menu.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this just me, cause this is how me and my family do. Well, my folks really do it different. I remember one year Super Bowl we did fish fry.
Fish fry.
One year
Okay.
I remember one
Okay.
year we rotel, beanie weenie stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
Like if it's the part, like, cause my mama house, like her house, like it's the spot. Like in Oklahoma, like all my homeboy, my homegirl, and they're like they come to Solo Crib. I'm finna go to Solo Crib, just chill out, you know,
Yeah.
play the game and everything. So like if I'm throwing a Super Bowl party, you know, I go rotel, beanie wiener, sliders, you know what I'm saying? Little foods in.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, my folks, they like do it big. Like, so like I said, one year we went fish fry. Like if we had my TT sand out, they had those meat on the grill.
Yeah.
Like it just depends on the same type of vibe it is.
Okay.
So what's your go-to?
See, you know, usually like when I'm back at home, you know, even here, you know, I like to host my own parties.
Yeah.
And my mama, you know, how she was, and she hosts parties. Like you said, go
Yeah.
big or go home.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel like you got to have Rotel.
You
Rotel.
definitely gotta have
Rotel is an essential food.
Yeah.
Like, that's for sure. Shout out to my boy Nick, OTF Nick. You know, OTF Nick love that
You gotta
Rotel.
have that rotel for real.
On deck, you know, hot wings.
Hot wings, yeah.
Honey gold for
Facts.
sure.
They don't know nothing about that.
Honey gold,
for real.
like-
Honey gold, that one.
You know, you gotta go to like old cool, honey gold cool, but you gotta go to Memphis. Cheese wings, go to Memphis and get some. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Sliders,
Yep.
burger sliders for sure.
You go burger sliders, like what you go for your slider? Cause like My homegirl, she make like the ham and cheese sliders.
Either one of Hawaiian rolls gonna do it every time.
Hawaiian rolls
You know, my auntie made some Philly cheesesteak sliders for the Ole Miss game.
Yeah, she made the Philly cheesesteak, or she'll make the little chicken joints.
Yeah.
Just be right.
I'm putting y'all on for real, you know. I'm putting y'all on, you know. I like pizza, so you know you gotta have some pizza too.
Yeah, pizza cool, like you know what I'm saying. You can't never go wrong with pizza. Cause
you know you gonna get more. You know it's 4 quarters.
Exactly,
you know you got
have to eat some.
You know you gotta have your beginning play for the first quarter.
Yeah.
Then you know
really you gotta have your plate before the game
start. That's what I'm saying. You go ahead and get in line, get your drink. You know, get your food. Then halftime. Halftime, you gotta re-up, power up. Then. You know, to go play.
Exactly. Then, you know, the end of the game to go play.
You know, the last round, I get them out of
for real. Now you right.
You know,
you're
so
right, you gotta have variety.
You gotta have proportion now. You know, you do spinach dip if you want to. Trying to think what else.
It's just a variety, man. It's a lot of different things that you can go, man. For real.
I had somebody, bro, my friend made some of the best ribs. I think it's the first time the Chiefs and Eagles played, bro. My rib was so far. Boy, they didn't stand a chance. It wasn't gonna be no halftime. What the hell? No gonna be no halftime.
Nah, I feel you though, man. But my guy, man, I appreciate you.
Always, my boy.
For coming on the show, man.
Appreciate you for having me.
Y'all tune into his main Instagram page, his sport page. Like I said, we definitely gonna be doing more collabs, bro. I've been trying to find somebody up here in Oxford that watch as much sports as I do, man. So like definitely got some more episodes coming out that we can do. Go live on Instagram, man. So y'all just stay tuned.
Y'all stay tuned.
Stuff, bro,
a lot more content coming. Shout out to Solo, the Black History Month. But
I was just finna get into there
too. I made this post on my Instagram page the other day. Just go show love to like black podcasts, black clothing brands. Just embrace our culture more, Really don't even have to be just Black History Month. Be year round, honestly,
Exactly. I said it supports each other and support the culture.
Exactly,
man. You gotta have support from each other just to get your name out there to other people.
Exactly,
man. But like you said, it's Black History Month, man. Happy Black History Month to everybody, man. Y'all know I do BeDifferent quote of the week after every show, man. Just to give a motivational quote to all the people. This week quote is actually from Malcolm X, man. For Black History Month, this is something I may do. Each show in February, we'll do a quote, you know what I'm saying? From, historical black figure, man. His quote right here says, "A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything," man. I'll tell y'all one more time. A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything, man. So, hey, if you're going to stand for something, you got to know what you're standing for and mean behind it, bro. For real.
Hey, that's a powerful quote because, especially in college, people like, they struggle with finding who they are.
Yeah, right.
Once you find who you are, everything kind of aligns in itself. The people you hang around with, it's going to align. You know how to group people, you got people you close with, you got associates, just how to deal with people, that's all like finding who you are. And it takes time, college, you got to figure who you are, you got 4 years, sometimes you come in your freshman year trying to, impress everybody, try to make this grand impression. Then you get hit with this reality check. Then you kind of, after that, life, you kind of,
you adjust.
Yeah, you mature.
Yeah, like you said, you just finding yourself. Like you said, it can take a while. Like you said, you never know. Like coming to college, you got 4 years, 5 really. So it just depends on how much time you need. But exactly once you find yourself, like you said, it's gonna just align. Like you said, who you be around, who you want to be around, what you want to do, how you go about different things. So like once you just find who you are, who you want to be, and then ground everything else, just gonna start to open up, man. But
exactly.
Like I said, I appreciate you, my guy, for coming on the show, man. Like I told y'all, this definitely will not be the last time. So y'all remember your face, man. But until next time on your Solomon,
Carl.
all right, man. Y'all remember, be different.